Flew back home today and worked on the Radiohead drum and bass thing that we started yesterday, just for the fun of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think I did a few fun things with this. So here's what it sounds like right now. My noise canceling headphones unfortunately were dead, so I had to use my in-ear monitors, which are good they're wonderful headphones, but they don't have good noise cancellation because that's not what they're designed for. So I was pleasantly surprised when I listened to it without an airplane engine droning in the background, how good this sounded. The coolest thing we're doing here is taking this sound that we had yesterday, and we have put this time shaper on it, where I'll just choose a different pattern from the stutters down here. Just do things like that, and then let's choose a different one here. Or each of those patterns is independently interesting to me, and so I printed all of them and then just organized them here. So we have this kind of series of patterns, so it goes like... which is pretty cool. And then we also have this channel here, which is just has a tremolo on it, a pretty aggressive tremolo, and I use that to like transition at a few points. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's easily the most interesting thing that's happening here today. The other thing we did was pull in, because I was producing on a plane, I used sounds from my own personal libraries, which this Blue Martin sample pack. I was just exploring that, seeing what was in there. I don't know about the legality of these. I don't know where the copyrights sit on most of these sounds, so I probably should do some research. But in their effects, so I went through this, just like found ones I liked and sprinkled them in here, put a Valhalla echo on it. It does that, and then like just little things like that. Just sprinkled those in here. On this little reflection screen here, I then put a delay that has a nice real long reverb tail as well, and then printed that to make this sound here. That was interesting, especially when you combine it with this guy up here, an 8-bit echo chug that I just printed so I could move it around. Also, I wanted to have the tremolo on there, and I didn't want to have tremolos on the other ones, so I had to print it that way and then just put the tremolo on it there. I probably should also print these other ones. They're a little annoying to work with, but the other thing I did was on the plane, I was really annoyed that I was using this drum sample here that, again, I think we've talked about previously. This is like the go-to. I am a new drum and bass producer who just downloaded Splice, slapped this drum and bass loop in there and feel like I'm a god sample, and I don't want to be using that as much, so I put my old drum and bass groove on top of it. This is something we made and then put out here into my samples. It's this right here. I then sidechain compress the splice loop to the drum and bass groove there, and did a pretty heavy EQ cut on it and everything, just to like create as much space as possible so that I could... As it's cool, I will say that obviously that sound there, that is the sound that gives it that giveaway of like, oh, that's that splice sample. So I don't know if I want to leave that in there because it's just such a I might just replace this with something else. But also, whether I'm going to complete this track or not, I don't know. It was just really fun to get to use Time Shaper in this way to create this little chop, to take a chord progression that was cool and then have the second variation be that chord progression just really time manipulated in a way that isn't me playing it in with, a sample chop, So that was just cool. This all that sounded pretty cool. Oh, the other cool thing I did was I wanted to put I learned a little bit more about how OTT works just with trial and error, realizing I can move these guys around. These can move. I didn't realize those could move. So I was able to like fine tune the sound a little bit more there instead of just previously OTT had pretty much just been something I was slapping on and just leaving the default and just mixing the depth of it, like how much it was making the effect, how much it was changing the effect. And then the other thing I did was actually do some side only mixing here, where I pulled all the lows out of the sides of this entire stack here. I was like, I want this sound is so wide. Without it, you can really, if you have headphones on, you'll hear a massive difference here. But if I just play this, this is what it sounds like right now with the sides, with the bass taken out the sides. It like really comes in on the sides there when you turn this off, because then you have all this new information in the lows and the sides, but it makes it the goniometer really hairy, and the correlation starts to dip down in an area that I think will probably just make it difficult for the bass drums to really kick through. So we turn that on, and then that helps dramatically without sacrificing too much interest from the sound. So I don't know, but overall I'm pretty happy with where this is at. Yeah, fun little song. Doesn't have a melody on top of it right now. I think this would go really hard with a vocal, so maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try tomorrow, I'll probably have to wait until I get back in the house. I am home right now, but I leave tomorrow for TwitchCon. So, but maybe I could record a vocal in the hotel room with like my cell phone. I could make it like a little topper that could be cool, or at least something to like hold the place. That would be really fun. I might try that. But yeah, that's all I have time for today. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.